Every rule we know, every fucking guideline there is in humanity was made by someone that's not that very much smarter than you are. Probably even not at all. Question things. I was reminded by this today, so I thought I'd make a video about it. 3 years ago, exactly, I think I got my first guitar ever. And after a few days of playing with it and like watching a few tutorials, I realized this is gonna take years to get good at it. So I told my best friend at the time that I don't think I'm gonna go through with this because it's gonna take so much time. And he replied with this: time will pass anyway. Don't you want to be able to play when you're 35? And fuck, man, that changed a lot of things for me. I think that was the moment where I started thinking in years instead of just a weekend or 2 weeks. And I thought to myself, yeah, I'd like to be a kick-ass guitar player when I'm 35. I'll work towards that. And that did a few things for me. First of all, it lowered my expectations on how good I need to be to stay motivated. The motivation was, by the time I'm 35, I'll be good at guitar. And I just started taking my time with it. I started learning the things that I wanted to learn, not rushing anything, not trying to learn everything at once, not demanding myself to be good or to get something right at this moment. And this is not about learning guitar per se. This is about learning anything. I've learned many things throughout my life, and none of them was an overnight success. Most of them were not as hard as I thought they would be. That's also something to take note of. It's not as hard as you think. To get started at something and to get decent at it, it's not that difficult. 3 months of guitar, you can play chords, you can play almost any song you want. Magic, I've taught people a magic trick in like 5 minutes, and we went out there and performed it to people and they were amazed. I think it's harder to start than it is to get decent at something. But if you just attempt, if you just start learning and see where that goes, you'll be surprised of how quickly you get better. People talk about the 10,000 hours to mastery, but you don't need to be a master of everything you attempt. You can just be pretty good at it. And that doesn't take 10,000 hours. So I'm just making this to like plead to someone to not give up on something they want to do just because it's going to take a long time. Because time will pass anyway. And 5 years down the line, you look back and you wish you would have started 5 years ago. 5 years ago is now. And I've heard this before and I didn't believe it, but I've been seeing it more and more and more. Once you start, once you know what you want, things start falling into place. One day after I decided that I'm gonna renovate my office and like started taking the wallpaper off, I walked down next to my house and I found this beautiful piece of wood just thrown away in the trash. This time I just saw it and I put it in my storage, and I will make a table out of it and a few shelves and maybe a coffee table. It's like this thing when you think about a certain car and then you start noticing everywhere. The car numbers didn't increase overnight, you just start paying attention more. It's the same thing. And we constantly underestimate how much we can achieve in 5 years. You can get in better shape in 6 months. You can learn how to play literally any pop song on the guitar in 3-4 months just by learning basic chords. You can learn to do magic in an evening and you can go out there and perform magic to people. You stack that up and you can get pretty good at a lot of things. Just start, even though it's going to take a lot of time. If you're genuinely interested in that thing, just doing it will bring you joy. You don't have to be great at it. You can be just okay at it and it still brings you joy. I'm not great at any of this YouTube thing, but I'll be pretty good in a few months. I just know it. This is my 15th video, by the way, which is actually a milestone. I haven't thought about that. But since I've started, things have gotten better and better by each video I make. The lighting has got better. I'm more comfortable on camera. I can feel it. I can breathe more now, where before I'll put a clip. Watch this shit. You'll have to see what works and what doesn't. Now all that's left is to set up a scene. This was my previous attempt at starting a YouTube channel. Look, it's just, the lighting is bad, the sound is bad, I can't talk to the camera. I almost had a panic attack filming that video. And you know what I thought? I thought, this is not for me. And I don't think I have what it takes to get better, but it's just not true. I'm a magician and magic is built on this one idea, that people think some things are impossible to do. And they're not. And just magicians use that fact over and over and over and over. It's It's just the same. People don't think you can put a card in the middle and then it's on the top again. I've done that thousands of times. But every person I show it to, they lose their mind because they think it's impossible. It's pretty fucking doable. And that just makes you wonder about how many things in life you think are impossible, or you take for granted, or you think are absolutes. And they're just not. But you don't know it. I have been observing myself and noticing that my biggest obstacle in anything I wanted to do was myself. It wasn't anything else. And now I'm just trying to get out of my own way. And if I want to do something, I make it easier for myself to do it. I break it down into steps and I do it one step at a time. Things are usually not as hard as we think they are. You can see this in yourself. See how easy it is to give a friend advice, but how hard for you is it to figure things out or to figure out what you want to do. If you were your own friend, what would you tell yourself? What advice would you give yourself? And what are the things you wish that friend did? And then ask yourself, why are you not doing it? I recently learned that you can get better at singing. I thought people just were born singers. And I had that belief for the past 27 years of my life. Just recently I learned you can actually learn how to sing. I wanted to sing my entire fucking life. Revisit your beliefs, the things you are taking for granted, the things you think are absolutes.